Good morning, student. How are you? I hope you are very well. Today discuss about the standard 7 subject social sciences, unit number 9, flooring of regional cultures. In previous video we discussed about the languages of Arabic, Persian, and now we discuss about the Sanskrit. Sanskrit was an important language for higher learning in India. Sanskrit was an important language of higher learning in India. Higher learning in India. Right from the ancient times. Sanskrit was an important language of higher learning in India right from the ancient times. Until the establishment of Delhi Sultanate, until the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate, it had been an official court language in North India. When the Delhi Sultanate had been the official court language in North India, means the rules of court language is in North India languages Sanskrit. Furthermore, many literary works and subjects such as poetry, many literary works on subjects such as poetry, law, grammar, religion, philosophy, astronomy, commentaries, and plays were written in Sanskrit. During the medieval period. works on subjects such as poetry, means poem, law means, as you know, grammar, religion, philosophy, astronomy, commentaries, and plays. Plays means as a drama. नाट्य, जिसे हम क्या बोलते हैं नाट्य, were written in Sanskrit during the medieval period. Sanskrit was patronized by both Hindu and Muslim rulers. Sanskrit is also for Hindu and also for a Muslim. Both Hindu and Muslim rulers. Bhakti saints like Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, and Madhavacharya wrote their works in Sanskrit. This is the some of most popular sons. Also write in a Sanskrit. Bhakti sons like Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, and Madhavacharya wrote their works in Sanskrit. Some of the most popular sons also wrote their works in Sanskrit. The tradition of family our culture, the tradition of family, illustrious by court poets, continued during the medieval period. The tradition of family religious by court poets continued during the medieval period. Continued during the medieval period means still this time also the tradition of family religions by court poets continued during the medieval period. Some of the kings' names: Kalhanas, Raja Tarangini, Kalhanas Raja Tarangini in the 12th century CE was a family history of the kings of Kashmir. Kalhanas Raja Tarangini in the 12th century. was a family history of the kings of Kashmir. The kings of Kashmir. Underline this word in your textbook. Another important word in Sanskrit is the oceans of the story. Kathas Sarita Sangra. Name of Katha Sarita Sagar. Katha Sarita Sagar. The story of the ocean. The ocean of stories. Katha Sarita Saga, the ocean of stories, written by Somdeva containing more than 22,000 shlokas. Katha Sarita Saga, the ocean of stories, written by Somdeva, containing more than 22,000 shlokas, also written in Sanskrit. Furthermore, the Gita Govinda is a masterpiece written by Jayadeva in the 12th century. The picture of Gita Govinda you can see on your textbook, page number 93. This is awesome painting. The Gita Govinda is a masterpiece written by Jayadeva in 12th century. It is a lyrical work which describes the life and experience of Lord Krishna and Radha. It is lyrical work which describes the life of experience of Lord Krishna and Radha. You can easily see the Janmashtami and also known as Radha Krishna like that. Even today, verses of the Gita Govinda are sung during important celebrations and festivals of Lord Krishna. Festivals of Lord Krishna. Even today verses of the Gita Govinda means Lord of Krishna and Radha, are sung during important celebrations and festivals of Lord Krishna. Yes, of course. We casually see in Janmashtami sung during important celebrations of festivals of Lord Krishna. Further moving, the Jain also contributed to the development of Sanskrit literature. Means the Jains also contributed to the development of Sanskrit The Jain also contributed to the development of Sanskrit literature. Means the Jains also need to development Sanskrit literature. Hemachandra Suri was a Jain scholar, works translated into Sanskrit. Hemachandra Suri was a Jain scholar. Works translated into Sanskrit was the love story of Yusuf and Zulaikha, written by the poet Jami. Jain also contributed to the development of Sanskrit literature. Hemachandra Suri was a Jain scholar. Scholar means जिसे हम क्या बोलते थे वक्ता बोलते. Works translated into Sanskrit was the love story of Yusuf and Zuleikha, written by the poet Jimmy. This is the poet of love story Yusuf and Zuleikha, poet Jimmy, but translated into Sanskrit was in Hemachandra Suri. Poet Jimmy. Now, further moving, the language of Hindi. The language of Hindi. Hindi evolved from various dialects such as Brij Bhasha. Hindi evolved from various dialects such as Brij Bhasha, Audhi, Maithili, Bhojpuri and Khari Boli Hindi evolved from various dialects such as Brij Bhasha into Audhi, Maithili, Bhojpuri and Khari Boli. This is the Brij Bhasha. The development of Hindi. The development of Hindi can be traced between the 7th and the 10th centuries. When bards composed lyrical composition pressing the volume and courage of the Rajput kings. The development of Hindi can be traced between the 7th and 10th century when the king of Rajputs. Further moving, most of these competitions were in the Rajasthani dialect of Hindi. The most famous example among The most famous example of among these is Prithviraj Raso. Prithviraja Raso by Chand Bardai. Which is about the last Rajput king of Delhi. Prithviraj Chauhan. The famous example among these is the Prithviraj Vaso by Chand Bardai, which is about the last Rajput king of Delhi. Which is the last Rajput king? Last Rajput king of Delhi. This is which is about the last Rajput king of Delhi, Prithviraj Chauhan. Amir Khusro had a major contribution in the development of Hindvi poetry, a mixture of Khari Boli and Hindustani. Amir Khusro is also involved in development of Hindvi poetry, a mixture of Khari Boli and Hindustani. Mughal rulers such as Akbar patronized some of the renowned Hindi poets. Mughal means Muslim. Mughal rulers such as Akbar patronized some of renowned Hindi poets. Mughal rulers such as Akbar patronized some of renowned Hindi poets. Abdul Rahim Khan, one of the nearest Akbar's court, composed beautiful couplets about the Persian concept of life and relationship. Malik Muhammad Jayasi wrote the epic poem Padmavat about the legend of Alauddin Khilji and Rani Padmavati of Chittor. You casually see in a previous film Padmavat about the legend of Alauddin Khilji and Rani Padmavati of Chittor. Like that, Okay, student, we further the moving the Ramchandra stamps by Tulsidas Ramchandra Manas by Tulsidas. We further moving in our next video. So I hope you understand very well what I am saying and what I am learning. Okay, student, bye.